Good morning, everybody. We're on draft day number 2 right now, but however, we are going to be going over Minnesota Vikings. They selected Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. We saw back-to-back Virginia Tech players go last night, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I actually enjoyed this pick. I thought it was a very good pick by the Vikings. Got some positive thoughts on it, and I'd like to trade back too with the Jets. If you guys don't know, we traded from 14 to 22 to 23. We also received 2 third-rounders. Anyways, thank you guys so much for everybody who stopped by on the live stream last night. It was a ton of fun. We were just watching the draft. It was taking forever. We were kind of all in it together. So anyways, thank you guys so much for everybody who stopped by. Really made it more enjoyable for myself and my friends that we were hanging out with you guys. So it was a ton of fun. Just want to say that. Leave a like on the video, comment down below, sub to the channel. Best way you guys can support me. Let's leave a comment now. I wanna hear some day 2 predictions. So the Vikings have a ton of thirds and fourths. They have 7 picks from the 3rd to the 4th round, I believe. Are they going to trade up to the 2nd round, and who are they taking? So answer those 2 questions down there. If you guys call it, shout out in the next video. Say, are they trading up? And if they do, who are they taking? And if you're saying they're not trading up, who are they taking in the 3rd? Get some predictions down there. Anyways, let's get right into breaking down Christian Darrisaw. All right, so this dude, I just need to apologize because when the Vikings selected him yesterday, I was a little disappointed, mainly because I was tired from waiting the entire night for the Vikings to draft. And then also, I was kind of high on Elijah Vera-Tucker, so I was kind of disappointed they didn't select him. But then again, I started looking into Christian Darrisaw, and I think the only reason I wasn't that high on him is because I kind of only looked as the 2 tackles in the draft that were elite is Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater. And I feel like typically that happens when it comes to either linebackers or especially corners and especially like wide receivers. There's always kind of that cutoff where you kind of just disregard the other players in the draft. For example, last year, everybody said the big 3 of the receiving core was Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, and Henry Ruggs. We knew those were the first 3 receivers coming up the board. Who was ending up being the best receiver? It was Justin Jefferson. Kind of similarly with this year, with the cornerback situation. I do think J.C. Horn and Surtain will be the best corners, but Christian Darrisaw's teammate, I can't think of his first name, but Farley, the corner from Virginia Tech, who went right before Darrisaw, he's also a stud. He obviously just has issues. So I kind of disrespected Darrisaw. I kind of wrote him off, didn't really look into him, but I've been really looking into him this morning, and he is a monster. He is 6'5", 314, with 34.5-inch arms. That is absolutely like that just makes me so happy, and I know I'm like stuttering right now. However, that just makes me incredibly happy, mainly because they got a big mauler. Like, all I wanted in this draft was them to get a little tougher in the trenches. Like, going into it, like, I know like we saw Slater go to the Chargers. Obviously, we would have wanted him, but I don't think the gap between Slater and Darrisaw is that extreme. And since the Vikings traded back, I think that was a beautiful pick. But more on Darrisaw, I mean, going into the draft, we all said we all acknowledged we need to get tougher in the trenches. We knew what the problem was. We knew where we got beat last year. It was on both sides of the ball in the trenches. We shored up more of the defensive side of the ball in the offseason, so I kind of assumed they would go offensive side of the football, which they did. They got this 6'5", 314, 35.5-inch arms to go with some impressive footwork on this guy. He has great feet when it comes to drop back and pass blocking. The only thing that I can see off the tape right away that he may struggle in is if it's more of a speed rusher. If he's moving side to side, he can't really do that. However, that also plays into his strengths because these speed rushers will try to get around him, but if he just gets those big hands on a speed rusher, it's over. I mean, it is necessarily over. That's the whole scouting report with him. Like, is that he kind of, like, once he just gets his hands on you, he doesn't let you go. You kind of get in this little world with him. You get in this battle with him, and it just is only you and him, which is for an edge. Like, if it's only you and the tackle, you need to be seeing everything. You need to see the quarterback, running back. He makes it feel almost like this presence where you're not getting away once I get my long, big hands on you, long arms. That's the only thing. Now, listen, the only time that people are questioning his kind of play on the field. If you look at like a guy like Slater and Penei Sewell, you know, the pancake. If you guys don't know what the pancake is in football, is when you finish a block and you put somebody on the ground. He didn't really do that a lot last year at Virginia Tech. So people question his almost like tenacity and his like finishing, I guess, of moves and like a killer instinct to like put down a player, I guess. Like, you know, when the other person's down, you put him down. That's the only thing they kind of question. But however, his work ethic, his toughness, those are the two things people rave about. People don't question his work ethic or toughness. He was playing through an injury, through a COVID-ridden season where he could have easily sat out, which I absolutely love. And by the way, for PFF, the highest graded Power 5 pass blocker in the NFL draft at 94.5 was Christian MFN Darrisaw. And yes, he's coming off a core muscle injury, and he had sports surgery for his hernia in January, but he was reportedly doing all well. I've had 2 hernia surgeries in my life, not something to be concerned about. However, what this means for the Vikings, I believe that this means Ezra Cleveland's going to stay at right guard. Christian Darrisaw, I assume he's going to be the week 1 starter instead of Rashad Hill. I'm hoping Zimmer doesn't mess that up. Throw him in there. He's a beast. And listen, this is what they needed. Cousins, he was sacked the 6th most times in the NFL last year. So what do? You go get the highest rated pass blocking tackle in all of the Power 5. That's what you do. I mean, that's just Spielman. Listen, I've been saying this for the past couple years. Rick Spielman has been killing the NFL drafts. And I know you say, well, it doesn't relate to Super Bowls. Listen, you can build a good roster without getting to the Super Bowl. People regard the Colts GM as one of the best GMs in the NFL. He builds a consistently great roster every year, and Spielman does the same. I mean, you look at our additions already this year. On the defensive side of the ball, you know what we're bringing back. Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Daniil Hunter, Michael Pierce, Dalvin Thompson, Pat Pete, bringing back a whole bunch of dudes. Then you go get the best pass-blocking Power 5 tackle in the entire draft, in the entire country, rated at 94.5 on pass-blocking situations according to PFF. What else do we need? I mean, most likely this is what I think the Vikings offensive line looks like right now. Left tackle Darrisaw, left guard. I think they'll trade up. I don't think they're gonna start Mason Cole from Arizona. I just don't. That's the only question. Is left guard's the only question we have. Center Bradbury, he needs to step up this year. That's frankly, this is a make or break. Not make or break, but this is a year he needs to develop, take another step. Ezra Cleveland, big things expected from him this year. Another mauler. Brian O'Neill, O-line, 4 of the 5. Just, this shouldn't be a problem. If Darrisaw hits, Bradbury develops, even if our left guard is a little below average, this should be enough. This should be enough. I love the pick now. I know I was a little disappointed when they traded back, just because I think all fans were a little disappointed when we trade back. I thought it was a great pick. I think, listen, you're shoring up a problem that you had. That's all it is. Listen, they had a problem. They solved it. That's all it is with the Vikes. I'm super happy with this pick. Christian Darrisaw, welcome to the Vikings. Let's see what Rick Spielman does with these 7 picks in the 3rd and 4th round. Will we trade up and draft somebody in the 2nd round today? Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I will probably be at the Cubs-Reds game, the baseball game, while the Vikings are selecting, so I may just go live off my phone. You guys might get my reaction to that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Thanks everything for the support on the channel. Christian Darrisaw, so excited for the season. Skol Vikes. See you guys next time.